Hello friends, this is data modeling part 3 lecture. In this lecture we are going to learn relationship in data modeling, creating and editing relationship and properties of the relationship. Keep watching this video, relationship in the data model. As we learned in our previous videos, we have created fact table and dim tables from our raw data source, in which we have separated few of the columns from our fact tables and created dim tables. Dim table is actually going to act as a master table, like in which we are going to store product data, location data, or date kind of thing, status IDs and all, and customer data. Let's suppose we have these kind of tables, but we don't have any relationship between the table, and we want to access few records which is there in fact table as well as in product table. Like product ID is there in the fact table, but we also want to display product name and category while doing the visualization. Then it is very tough to collect both of the record from the two different tables without any relationship. So for that we have to establish the relationship. We have product ID, and respected to that particular product ID we have all the details to our product table. So for that we are going to create a relationship. Same we have to do for the customer data, and similar kind of activity we are going to perform with the date table and the location table. In our customer data table we have CID, that was a customer ID. PID means product ID. Location ID LID, and date ID DID. So these are the foreign keys what we are using in our fact table. Those primary key is going to act as a foreign key in our fact table. So this is the way how we are going to create a relationship between table. Okay, let's jump into our tool. We'll go deep in these things and get to know how we can establish, how we can create and edit the relationship, and what all are the properties in relationship in our data model. So this is our data model what we have created earlier, and here we are getting several relationship automatically because our Power BI desktop tool is a very smart, and automatically it's identify the relationship between two tables. But see, in this case we don't have any relationship between dim date table and fact table. So here what we have to do, do we have to create the relationship, and for that we have to get the date ID which is there in our fact table, and here we have the date ID. So just simply we have to drag and drop this thing here. With the help of this activity we are going to create a new relationship between fact table and dip table. Okay, it is taking a little bit time because we have used record, that's why. Okay, and when you will click on this place it will automatically show you the relationship between the table and date ID. Date ID is there. If you will click this one, date ID is there. Okay, and let's I'm just going to remove all these relationship with the smart activities which is there in our Power BI. We are going to open this options and settings. Then we have options in which we can check uncheck few of the columns, few of the checkbox which help us to remove all the relationship. So here you will find out data load. When data load, automatically relationship, it is getting loading all the relationship. Okay, I'm just going to remove these two things, click OK, and then we are going to transform our data again in our Power Query Editor window. And here what we have to perform, we have to do we have to for that we have to uncheck this box, and you will see the name of this table is in italic format, and other for which we don't have performed that activity, it is on normal format. So it indicates which of the tables are going to load automatically when you are going to close and apply your changes on visualizer. Okay, so for that again I'm going to enable this one tool, then going to do all same for all. It will help you to identify which table is going to be load automatically while doing the visualization. Okay, so I have made all the changes. Just go back to our visualizer, and in this time what you will find out, let's give some time, it will load all these things again. Okay, automatically it is going to apply all the changes what we have performed in our query editor window, and then see what it does. It is not going to load any data because see we don't have any data here. So for that what we have to do, we have to go to the transfer data again, and again we have to perform like which all table you want to load in our visualizer. For that you have to enable load, then it will load. Okay, right click, load this again. Same thing I'm going to do for all the tables, apply all the changes. Now this time it will load all the records what we have there in our Power Query Editor window, and it will show you the data sets in your right hand side box. It's load all the things, but we need to check we are working with the relationship, so we have to check the relationship what all are the but see we have unchecked few of the column, and now this time we don't have any relationship between any of the table. And as we know, our Power BI desktop is a smart tool. It identify automatically what all are the, I am dragging all these tables here. See, we don't have any relation right now. So this is the way how we can remove all the relationship, and how you can check which all are the data set are going to be load, and what all are the relationship are there in your data sets. How to create the relationship between two tables. Okay, so we have the fact table. Okay, let's drag it in the center so it will be easy to understand. Okay, and I'm going to move this. We have the customer ID and the customer dim customer table is there. For that, to establish a relationship we just have to drag and drop the respected primary key into the same column on which we are going to use as a foreign key. So now we have created one relationship between fact, sales details and dim customer with the help of customer ID, because customer ID is there in both of the table. Similarly, uh, for date is there. For order status, ID is there, order status, and the order ID is order fulfillment ID, fulfillment ID, fulfillment is there. Okay, so for fulfillment we are going to get this ID and drop it here. I have established the connection between all the tables with fact table. Okay, so this is the way how we are creating our relationship between fact table and dim table. Okay, next thing, how we are going to edit the relationship. So these are the line, it is showing the relationship and which kind of relationship it is. See, it is one and star is there, it means it is one to many relationship. One customer ID have numbers of sales detail in the fact table. Similarly, in fulfillment ID, date ID, product ID, and shipping city, order status. So this is one to many, and this arrow is indicating one to many. Okay, let's click on this one and right click. Okay, you will find out the properties. Click this property and you will find, because I have uh, taken the properties from this arrow, so it is going to display all the respective data only for this relationship. Okay, so what was that? The main table was the fact table, and fact table having a column customer ID. See, this is the highlighted one, and in our customer table customer ID is the highlighted one. So this both are in relationship with the help of this column. Okay, customer ID is the column which establishes relationship between fact sales table and dim customer table. And in the below, many to one and single. For this, okay, you can make the changes as one to one, one to many, many to many. Okay, as per your requirement, you can select and you can change these things accordingly. And cross filter direction means single or both. Just select both this time. Okay, and we are going to change one to one. Automatically it is going to reflect a message, because this one to one is not going to work, because in the fact tables we have numbers of records with related to a one customer. Now I have selected these options and okay. This time I have selected both, so it is showing both directional. It means when we are going to perform any filter on fact table and the customer table, if we are making any changes in customer table, fact table is automatically going to be changed. Okay, similarly it is kind of vice versa. If you will change customer ID, fact table will perform the changes automatically, and you, if you are going to change anything in fact table while doing the filtering, automatically customer table will change. Similarly, you can perform same thing for other relationship, because we have fulfillment, we have product, we have city. Okay, these are the things what we can perform, how we can create our relationship, how we can edit the existing relationship. And one more thing, it is good to deactivate any relationship it not required rather than delete the relationship. So just right click on this one, it is the fulfillment one. Okay, I'm just going to click here, right click and go to the properties. In the properties you will get this option, make this relationship active. If you uncheck this and click OK, this line is going to be converted into the dotted line, and the dot that the relationship between these two tables are inactive. Making this as a active, again we have to go to the same window and check this. One more option is there which help us to make perform the changes on the relationship, that is manage relationship. Here you will get all the relationship what you have established in between your data sets, like fact table is there and true table is there. You just have to select and you can perform the changes with the help of this edit button. And if you want to create a new relationship, you just have to click new and auto detect. If there is no any relationship between the tables, then it is going to auto detect all the things. Okay, you can delete the particular relationship with the help of this window. These all are the things what we can perform while creating the relationship, editing the relationship, and all the properties of the relationship. And what else in this, because this is the main thing which help us to perform the modeling, because in the modeling we are distributing our raw data into fact table and dim tables, and fact tables and dim tables both are connected with the help of primary key and foreign key. So we have to know the correct way how we are going to perform the relationship, how we are going to create it, and how we are going to edit it. If you want to revert all the changes, we have to go to here and options is there. Then we have this load data, and if we check this one, it will automatically load all the data, automatically create all the relationship and reflect it over our dashboard. That's all for the relationship and how we are going to create and edit the relationship. Thank you for watching this video. It's recommended to watch the previous videos for more clarification, and visit our website www.clearcatnet.com for more videos and certification programs.